So the next day she calls and she's like, I'm out of water. And I go, what does that mean? She goes, I think I'm gonna have to hot bag it. And Leanne was like, Isla, do not hot bag it because where are you putting that bag afterwards? And she goes, I'll throw it in the street like Dad does.
God,
she's like,
come on. You do not throw your shit in the street.
I did it once. Canada, you are absolutely perfect this time of year. That's why I'm coming to the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival. Vancouver, September 12th. It's me, Whitney Cummings, Miss Pat, Fortune Feemster, and Derek Stroop. Get your tickets at bertbertbert.com. I'll see you there. The Permission to Party World Tour kicks off September 18th in Rockford, Illinois, the 19th in Milwaukee, the 20th in St. Paul, Minnesota, the 21st in Duluth, Minnesota, followed by Eugene, Oregon, September 28th. Avoid scalpers and go to bertbertbert.com to get your lowest ticket price. Do you feel like you don't get enough credit for how great you were in The Hangover? Because without your character,
so nice.
No, listen. Okay. So I'm never going to claim to be an actor guy. Although I enjoy acting and I have a lot of acting questions for you.
Yeah.
But one of the most important things about that Ed Helms character is you. Without your character, and I'm talking about script development, without your character, Ed Helms is a nothing character.
Right, if he doesn't have the threat. If we don't know what kind of threat he's dealing with at home.
If you don't say, make sure to bring your Rogaine. Yeah. And use it. I can tell when you don't use it.
Yes.
Without that character, without the moment where you say, I think your friends are immature, and all of a sudden you hear Bradley Cooper, beautiful composition.
Genius.
You hear Ed here, car pulls up, paging
Todd
Dr.
Phillips.
Is possibly one of the most beautiful things I've ever,
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't, that's all Todd Phillips and the DP that we had. That's amazing. That obviously set up that shot.
Beautiful.
But I will say, I did improvise the Rogaine, like all of that stuff.
I heard you improvised a great majority of that.
I did. It was, but it was so fun, Bert, because, and thank you. That's so kind of you to say that. But I knew that I know people like that. We know people like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it was so fun to play her. And I remember thinking, God, I just don't want to play this bitch the whole time. And then I realized, oh no, I have to like her. And I think the reason when I got to it, I just was like, oh, she's right. She knows she's right. Like in her mind.
Yeah.
And so it was really fun. And it was great that Todd Phillips was like, you can just go off. Because I remember saying to him, I want to really like beat the shit out of him. And he was like, do it. And then I remember, so like the wedding scene and all that stuff was
it's so beautiful. And I look at those characters and like, I think Zach's brilliant.
Yeah.
I've known Zach for a long time. Bradley, I'm friends with now. I didn't know him then.
Yeah.
And his character's so good, especially, you forget like almost how unknown he was.
They were all.
And Ed, I had started doing stand-up with Ed together. Me and him did Monday nights together, David J's show.
Yeah.
And then I watched Ed go to The Daily Show.
Mm-hmm. And we were both on The Daily Show at the same time. I know, it's crazy. And then, I don't want to get you off track, but yes. Yeah, that was great.
Track.
Okay.
I have so many questions and they're all just about your talent. Like you're so that character.
Bert.
What's crazy is in like film and comedy is quite often less is way more. But in that character, and you're so good at that. You're so good at listening. Like the hardest thing in the world to do is be in a scene where someone's funny and you listen and your listening is just as funny as they're funny.
Yeah. That's my favorite though. But I grew up watching Monty Python and just that subtle British humor kind of thing that, but then I also, I grew up listening to Bill Cosby on vinyl. You know what I mean? Like my brothers, we would just listen to it on repeat. And so I'm kind of saying I'm all over the map with where I got a lot of my love for comedy. But but thank you. The listening is a big deal.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Ohio.
Oh, goodness. I think I already knew that. Where in Ohio?
Yeah, in Columbus. Have you been to Columbus? The Funny Bone.
I have been in trouble on the internet and celebrated on the internet. Only by people from Ohio have been celebrated by saying, and I stand on this soapbox and I'll say it forever, Ohio is the greatest state in the union. I've traveled to every state. I've been to every state. And I can make an argument for and against what, I mean, look, I can name 12 states that don't count. They're just not in the running at all, right? And then I can name the states, you go, well, what about Montana? Not enough diversity.
I want to know, what are the states that don't count?
New York, California, Florida, Texas. There's a bunch of states where they go, Texas is amazing. You're like, no, but you're exhausting people. I love you guys. I love all my friends in Texas, but they always go, you need to move to Texas. You don't barbecue in Texas? Our summer's in Texas? You got to get out on the river.
Mm-hmm. And you got to keep it weird in Austin.
No one in Ohio brags about Ohio. They are proud. They're proud to be from Ohio. Yes. And a lot of people from Ohio stay in Ohio. But I'll tell you, I'll break down why Ohio is so great. Okay. Number one, as a comic. That is so
sweet, and that's so great, and I love it, because I just cut you off as you were like, here we go. This is why Ohio is so great. No, but I feel like people that grew up in Ohio, it's a different mindset where you come from working class families. You're not afraid to start in the mailroom and work your way up. You don't feel like anything is owed to you. So I think you have a strong work ethic, and you kind of respect. You get it. When you're working in television, you respect the person that puts the mic on you, to the person that's starring in the show, to the set dressers and all that stuff. So I think that, I don't know. I just think Ohio people they're the kind of people that say hello to you in the grocery store.
Yes.
And they're not just giving it lip service. They really.
I know a guy from Ohio who said, hey man, I'm going to beat your 5K. And I went, okay, he's a famous guy. Yeah. And I was like, it's probably not going to happen. I mean, it's just too famous. And he showed up, Jason Kelsey. He showed up and he was like, yeah, man, I said I was going to be here. That's, he's such a regular guy that
he's from Ohio?
Jason and Travis both are from Ohio.
They are?
Yeah.
Isn't that so ridiculous?
New Heights, it's the name of their podcast.
Come on.
Yeah.
How did I not know that? I was thinking that they were from Kansas.
No.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Travis Kelsey.
Do you like that? But it was Kansas. They're from Kansas.
Kansas.
I did. I fucking said that. And it's not my strong suit. Geography is horrible. I look smart and I'm not.
You do look really smart.
I know.
By the way, you're absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, come on.
I swear to God. I swear to God. Well, you know what happened is I was DMing with you and I completely forgot about it. And Christine said, tomorrow we have Rachael Harris. And I went, wait, how does Rachael Harris know me? And then she was like, well, I don't know. We have her on the podcast. I go, hold on. How does she know me? And then I go to your Instagram and the first picture is your cleavage. It's a great picture.
Oh, shut up. Wait,
it's a great
God.
picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold on.
Well, that's just to get.
And my wife's not in the office.
That's just
so I'm like, how does she know me? And I was like, hang on, I'm trying to do the math. And then I go in and I see our DMs and I'm like, I reached out to you. Was like, I'd love to have you on the podcast. And I go, hold on, where did this happen? Because I know that I got really obsessed with female actresses. Yeah. I got really obsessed with, because we got the list when we were doing my show, we had the list of female actresses. And I was blown away at who would read, who wouldn't read, who was available, who was the whole nuance of it.
That's a conversation.
And I got obsessed with age appropriate, appropriate ageism. Yeah. I guess that's right.
I was so happy that I got to read, to play to audition for your wife.
And so, yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God, they're not having a 30-year-old play this.
Oh,
this
is
crazy.
Do you know why?
But I was also
because my wife's an executive producer.
Exactly. But Leanne would be like, that's insane. We're not fucking doing that.
There was one, I won't say much, I shouldn't say much, but there was Leanne and I both were like, they should look like a real couple. They should look like a real couple.
And by the way, I love Arden Marine. Yeah. And she's a perfect Leanne.
You said her name right.
What?
Marine. That's how you say it.
Oh, I've known her for a bazillion years and I adore her and she's nothing but sunshine and amazing.
And everyone pronounces it Mirren. Mm-hmm. And you pronounce it right. and so I was like, wait, how did we connect? And then I figured it out this morning. Do you know why I reached out to you? Because I listened to you on Michael. I'm saying the wrong name.
No, it's okay. On another podcast.
Yeah, Smallville.
Michael Rosenbaum.
Michael Rosenbaum's podcast.
Michael Rosenberg. Michael Rosenbaum. Oh my God.
And I listened to you on Michael Rosenbaum and listened to the whole
Rosenbaum.
podcast. And I was like, oh, it was such an amazing interview. And then I was like, and then I just went back and I started deep diving you. And I was like, oh my God, I got it on the podcast. And that's when I DM'd you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, at the same time, I was obsessed with like the change in Hollywood. And I'm never really ever been interested in talking to actors per se, because I'm more of like a comic person.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going on in Hollywood and the lack of work there is, and the amount of talent that's out that's sitting on their hands waiting for anything to be shot. Not just LA, anywhere in Georgia, in Vancouver, in Tennessee, in anywhere, in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
it's crazy to me.
I would go to Bulgaria right now.
Yeah,
if I had to. Or if they were like, we're going to shoot a series in Antarctica, I'd be like, all right, kids, let's get some big puffers, some Canadian goose downs.
I'm assuming, I don't know why, but because you're living in LA, I'm assuming you're liberal, I'm guessing. Well,
that's what funny thing about Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Is that I was raised Republican.
Yeah.
And we had, and that was a different time, right? I mean, like, I'm so old. It was like Reagan and all this stuff. And I really love my parents, and they've since gone. They left.
Yeah,
they went,
they're in Bulgaria.
They took off last week. No, they passed away. But I really, I feel for them, because I know my dad would probably say, this isn't the party that this is how I don't remember things. This seems a little crazy, but without getting political, I have respect for everyone's opinion. Yeah. And it's really hard for me as an actor to take a side in any of it, which much to the chagrin of my, why am I talking like an 80-year-old? Much to the chagrin of a lot of people in my life. They want us to be.
People want to know your politics. They're like, hey, tell me your politics. And I refuse to. I go,
do not do. Yeah.
I go, listen, you should know my politics based on who I am. Uh-huh. And by the way, you should know my politics based on my friends and my business partner, my best friends. You should just know that my politics are pretty centrist. You know, like I'm a hardcore centrist. Uh-huh. But I still live in LA, and I have no problem paying our state tax, which I think is crazy.
Yes.
But I will tell you, the one thing I am livid about is how our government, our state government, is running the film industry out of our state.
Oh no! It's criminal.
It's criminal
because we all live here, and they're forcing production. It's cheaper to go name that tune in Ireland than it is to do it on a lot in fucking Santa Clarita.
I think that's an actual example. They did.
I flew to Ireland and I did name that tune. And you know what? Steve-O beat me. That's right. Have some of that. Steve-O beat me.
Hang on. My dad's called twice and I'm just worried. Give me 1 second.
Listen.
Hello?
Your father.
I know, you're calling twice. What's up?
Oh, yeah, it went through. I thought I called your other phone.
No. I'm
trying to, hon.
What's up, Dad?
Make sure you switch out your drivers.
I will. I promise I will.
And you have a minute? You sound busy.
No, I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Who's it with?
Rachael Harris.
No kidding. Tell her I said hello.
Wait, my dad says hi.
Hi. I'm honored that just
okay.
He can pretend
when you're done, I have personal things to talk to you about.
Okay.
He has personal things to talk to you about.
You want me to talk to him on the podcast?
Yeah, what personal things
do you have to talk about? What does he need to talk about? I'm going to hear.
No. Well, it's about golf.
It's about golf? All right, I'll call you when I get done, Dad. Okay, I love you.
All right, say goodbye. I'm sorry I couldn't chat with her.
Okay,
bye-bye.
My dad's sorry. Okay.
Oh, I'll talk to him another time. is adorable. Where's your dad?
He is in Tampa.
Tampa, Florida. One of my best friends is from Tampa.
Really?
I go down there pretty much every year to do this is where United Cerebral Palsy event. We do one it's like a charity event we do down there every year.
I dated a girl with cerebral palsy. Let's be clear. I didn't know she had cerebral palsy when we first started dating. So.
How'd you figure it out?
We went for a date in the afternoon, and I was like, we weren't hammered and stumbling in Soho.
Right.
And then I was like, oh.
No.
I swear to God.
This is a bit.
It could have been. I never. It's so weird because like it was one of those moments where you're like, first of all, she was absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
I mean,
of course.
She looked like, this is going to sound wild, a hotter Sarah Michelle Gellar. Like, imagine if Sarah Michelle Gellar had gotten like work done and like, but the girl never got work done. It was just like natural. I mean, gorgeous.
Yeah.
And, and I'll say this, I hope she never hears this, but like there was a lot of trauma that came with her having cerebral palsy throughout her life. And so she always, self-esteem wise, she wasn't there. But then I had to make the decision because I was like, she's only using one hand to eat with. She's only really like, it's like, oh, something's up. And then I asked her, she said, yeah. She was a little shocked that I didn't already know. And then I was like, well, I kind of enjoy her. Like, I like her.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, could I date a girl with cerebral palsy? And I was like, yeah, I definitely could.
Yes.
And then we started dating. And then she was a little, I was a lot of drama I wasn't willing to put up with, where it was like,
that had really nothing to do with having cerebral palsy.
Yeah. And she was a trust fund kid. She had so much money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah.
You missed out because you really could have used that money.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'm good now. But anyway, to the long story to the short of the story, the girl ended up coming to see me in Scotland, and her and Patrice O'Neill hated each other. I've never seen two people hate each other more in my entire life.
How could you hate Patrice O'Neill? Are you shocked by that?
Did you know him well?
No, I don't know him well.
Okay, that's why you asked that
I just think he's funny. But I feel like he's a stand-up, right? So he's got certain ways that he wants things done. No. He does the same thing all the time, like routine, all of that. You know what I mean?
No. He's he was a very, very complicated man.
Okay.
He was a very, very, and I look, I loved him, and I go down as saying we were friends, like real legit friends.
Yeah.
He said it to me, I said it to him. I loved him. I didn't go to his funeral because this is how complicated Patrice was.
Okay. Is that
when he passed, I said to Leanne, I should go to his funeral, and the ticket was $900. And I heard Patrice go in my head, I wouldn't pay $900 to go to your funeral. And I was like, all right, I'm not going. But
I've never heard that before in my life.
What, that Patrice was complicated?
No, that you had to pay to go to someone's funeral.
The ticket to fly to New York.
Oh, I get it.
Hold on. You just opened up my mind. We can charge ticket prices for a funeral. If I could have my funeral at the Greek. Oh.
Do you like that I thought that it was?
That they were charging $900 to go to Patrice's funeral?
In my mind, if you could have seen like the tick, 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 like I was like trying to figure it out. Oh, no.
No, Patrice.
Horrifying.
Patrice was a great guy. I loved him. I loved him to death. But they didn't like each other. And then I left Scotland and left them together, and they fucking, I remember Patrice called me. I was in Santa Monica, and he was like, you got to get this crippled bitch out of my house. And I was like, that's off my plate, Patrice. I'm in Santa Monica.
Like, what year was this? This was before
90.
Leanne.
Oh, yeah. Well, way before Leanne.
Obviously.
This was 98.
Wow.
Yeah, 98.
Yeah.
Because he passed in 2010. Wow. 2011, maybe. 2010.
Wow.
But yeah, the
cerebral palsy.
Nope. I think we're done with cerebral palsy.
Okay, great. Yeah.
You're friends with Cheryl Hines.
Yeah.
I love Cheryl Hines.
I love her so much.
I love Cheryl Hines
so much.
I love Cheryl Hines. And by the way,
thank you.
I know she probably knows me now. I've known her for a very long time. I've known her for probably 21 years.
Yeah.
Because she used to run a poker tournament with her ex-husband.
Yeah, with Paul.
Yeah. Yeah. And her ex-husband did not like me. And he was pretty. I mean, I can say it now. They're married, but like
They are
he
married.
was pretty brutal to me. And he just didn't. He would put on a Hollywood poker tournament at his house.
Yeah.
And Cheryl's from Tallahassee. I went to school at Florida State.
Yep.
And so the first time I met Cheryl, she was so kind, and she was a star. She still is a star, but she was a star at the time. Like she was on Curb.
Yeah.
And like everyone knew her.
Yeah.
And she was so nice to me.
Yeah.
And she brought me in her house, and I think I played poker with her. One time at a different table, and we talked about Tallahassee. She came over, and she was like, "Hey, Bert, what can I get you to drink?" And she poured me a drink of a very expensive whiskey of her ex-husband's, and he got a little. He gave a little pushback, and he was like, And then he made a comment of like, he knew who I was, and he was like, "How do you have enough money to play at this table?" And I was like,
No.
And by the way, it was an accurate assessment. and I was like, and he's like, "This is gonna hurt if you lose." And I was like, "Yeah, probably." And he was like, and he was just kind of bullying me a little bit. And then I got knocked out, and he was laughing. He goes, "Oh, you got a kid at home. You're out of money. What, are you gonna go on the road?" He was a comedy manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Cheryl poured me another glass of his whiskey, and she goes, "I think he's going to make it up in your whiskey tonight, Paul." And
oh my God,
I fucking love Cheryl Hines. I love Cheryl Hines.
No, she's she's a really good friend. I mean, I've known her for 35 years. She's
Tallahassee royalty.
She really is. She's a good person, and she's just so many times with my children and everything. She's always been there to like help me, and we're best friends.
So when did you come out to LA? When did you get me from Ohio to here?
Okay, so from Ohio, I studied theater, and I was like, I'm going to be a dramatic actress on Broadway.
Where did you study theater?
Otterbein College, and it sounds like a Nazi concentration camp, but it's Otterbein College in Columbus, like in Westerville, Ohio, right outside of Columbus. And I went there, and I loved it. And then I moved to New York, and I could not get a job anywhere. No one would hire me. I worked in every restaurant and did like a children's theater tour, which was horrifying. You're doing like theater for 200 kids at 10 a.m. in the morning. Good times. And then
I dated a girl who did that.
What?
I dated a girl who did that.
Oh boy, I'm sure it's just while she was doing it.
While she was doing it, she was in.
It's depressing.
We were in college, and she would go down to her hometown and do shows down there on the weekends at times. And I was just like,
it's tough.
I was like, I was like, I'll never be an actor.
It's just you just want to make money, so you take jobs for different reasons. But so that was in New York, and then I had an agent that said, I'm starting an agency in Los Angeles, and I think that you would work in commercials and TV. And would you be interested? And I was like, yes. So I flew out to LA.
Dude, I am loving Goodles. If you haven't heard of Goodles, this is like the mac and cheese we know and love, but it is packed with protein and nutrients. And their newest launch that I'm so excited about is single serving cups. What's better than delicious mac and cheese made in minutes? Nothing's better than that. Every serving of Goodles mac and cheese has 14 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber with prebiotics, and 21 vitamins and minerals from real plant sources. It is a low glycemic index food, which means it provides steady energy instead of a carb crash. And on top of that, it's kosher and clean label purity award certified. There's something for everyone with their amazing variety of flavors, plus vegan and gluten-free options. And here's the deal. I have a 19-year-old who has a crazy palate, but this is her favorite thing in the world. And as a father, I know that if I send these to her in college, she will eat these. The single serving ones are so much easier for her to wrap her head around. And I know that she's getting the protein that she needs. I know that she's getting the fiber that she needs. And I know that she's getting all the vitamins and minerals that she needs. I am telling you, trust me. You need some Goodles mac and cheese in your life. Pick up Goodles on your next shopping trip. It's available nationwide at Target and Walmart, plus many other major grocery stores and retailers. And don't forget the new single-serve cups. This show is sponsored by DraftKings. Game on. Week 1 starts now, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. This isn't just football. It's first touchdown fireworks, anytime TD rushes, and live bets that ride every momentum shift. At DraftKings, every play is your next shot to win. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. That is the score right there. Listen, I did it last year, and it made watching sports crazy easy. And now with that discount, you have no idea how much you're saving. And that is your number one reason to sign up. I'm telling you right now, YouTube alone is a game changer. Your season starts right now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Bertcast. That's code Bertcast to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more, plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
What year did you come to LA
In 93.
Okay.
Like November 93. And then I started the Groundlings in 1995. I started taking classes in 1995. And that's when I met Cheryl, was when we were starting to take classes. And then I got into the main company in 2000.
Who was in the main company when you were in?
It was Cheryl, Melissa McCarthy, her husband Ben Falcone, Jim Rash, Nat Faxon, Mitch Silpa, Rachel Ramris. Like Kristen Wiig was after me. Will Forte. I'm trying to think like really some incredible people.
It's amazing the talent.
Jennifer Coolidge. I did shows with Jennifer Coolidge, which was insane.
Is it the institution of the Groundlings, or is it the Groundlings as a beacon that brings talent to it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, is the Groundlings the mosquito light on the porch that sucks just all the talent to it, and that's why so many great people come out of the Groundlings? Yeah. Or is it what you're learning there?
I think it's probably both, because you're like, wow, I want to do what these people are doing on SNL. That's usually like not so much anymore, but if they want to be a successful actor or comedian, improviser, whatever. But I think that it's the training that happens through the Groundlings, because it's kind of like the great thing that I love about the Groundlings is that we never were like, for men, he's funny, or for women, he's funny, or for women, she's funny. It was always like, funny wins. It doesn't matter like it was never like the girl comedians, the male comedians. Yeah. Does that make sense?
It was that way when I started.
Yeah.
I remember them saying about it.
Did you ever take the Groundlings? Did you go to the Groundlings?
No.
Okay.
I should have. I didn't know what to do when I got, so my short story is, I don't know if you know this or not, but I was written up in Rolling Stone magazine as the number one party animal in the country when I was in college.
Stop it.
In 1997, I was the number one party animal in the country. Oliver Stone optioned the rights to my life. I got offered a book deal, and I decided I'm going to move to New York. I did stand up one time, and then I'm like, I'm going to move to New York. Now, I wonder now it worked out pretty good, but I wonder if it would have been a quicker path had I moved to Chicago or moved to LA to do the Groundlings, because despite, I think I have a natural talent for stand-up, I think I might have gotten better faster at improv or sketch. I think I would have blossomed quicker, whereas stand-up, it took me a little longer to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get my voice in stand-up. I didn't realize.
This is what I do. this is who I am.
No, I didn't understand that I'm a storyteller until way late. It's like I was so obsessed. Stand-up's so immediate, where it's just you on stage.
I feel like I heard you talk about this at one point.
I feel like I've said everything fucking 100 times.
No, I know, and I know, and me too. That's probably, and I'm also kind of weirded out, and I'm just gonna fucking say whatever I say now.
Yeah,
because I was editing myself, like, I've said this before.
Oh, I would never do that. I know.
Okay,
you know what? Listen, I to think that there's one person that's listened to every episode I've done.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
No, but I mean, I love that you figured it out, but that you stuck with it.
But it took me. I was so concerned about doing what I thought the room of comics would like. Like, I wanted to be edgy.
Yes, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
As an actor, I was like, I want to do what you want me to, what you think I should be doing.
Yeah.
And that moment when you're like, oh no, I have to do what I like, what makes me laugh, what I want to fucking talk about. Is that what? Is
yes, 100%.
And then when you go into that, it's like everything kind of clicks.
Once you realize, I just need to find it funny.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry
if you think it's funny.
If Louis C.K. is going to find this funny and come up to me and go, "That's a good joke." I wanted that. I wanted that approval so bad.
Yeah.
That I think I handcuffed myself for the first. Like, I would have glimpses of it.
Yeah.
But still, I just was like trying to be edgy.
Yeah.
I think I would have. I don't know. I mean, I just assume I would have enjoyed the process of a collaboration a little more than the independence of stand-up, because it left me to my own vices, and I think my vices were to get smaller, to not stand out, to not be ambitious, to not be because that was the brand of a comic was like be dark, be edgy, be mysterious, be like, don't promote. And then all of a sudden I got to this place where I was like, well, fuck that. None of that shit's working. Yeah. And I'm looking at guys that it's clearly not working for. And I don't even know if I admire them or I just kind of feel sad for them, where I'm like, so wait, are you cool with just not having a career? And then they're like, yeah, but I get, whatever, I get spots at ... at midnight. And I'm like, oh, that's not my goal. My goal isn't to be a dad who gets the good spot at the one place because, and then has comics come in the back because I say the edgy shit. I was like, oh, my job is just to make people laugh.
Yeah.
I just want to make as many people laugh as possible and kind of like bring in good energy and have fun. And but talking about my kids was the first thing where I was like, because I never wanted to talk about having kids. I was like, only loser comics do that. And then I had this great joke, and Ian Bagg came up and he's like, that works. But I really think had I known about Groundlings or Second City, because I was obsessed with Belushi. Chris Farley, obsessed.
Oh my God. And the first show I ever saw at the Groundlings was Will Ferrell, Sherry O'Terry, and this guy, Jim Jacobson, that was so funny. And I remember seeing it and going, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
This is what I can do. Because I started out wanting to do something, thinking that I was going to be a dramatic actress. And way back in school, one of my college professors said, oh no, you should do comedy. And I remember being like, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm a serious actor. I'm not doing it. And then, struggling and not getting jobs and then coming out to the Groundlings and then realizing, oh, they're satirizing all this shit, like all this Shakespeare or whatever. I can do it and be dead serious doing it.
Yeah.
And then it's funny. Like, does that make sense?
No, it does. Because to put your hat in the ring of like, I want to compete with those who are doing Shakespeare. What makes a successful actor or actress when they're serious? Like, what is the thing where you're like, he's so good as a serious actor?
Well, I think it's just that they're being totally honest in the moment. Whatever you're doing, whether it's like you play comedy and drama the exact same.
Whenever I'm honest, it's always funny.
Yes.
But
you're like Will Ferrell like that.
I was getting confused after scenes because they were laughing.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't know what I did. Like, and I wasn't saying this like I need approval. I was like, tell me what I did so I can do it again. And they're like, you're just doing it. And I was like, but I don't know what it is. And and that's happened to me before where I'm like, but when I used to audition, I used to think you needed to come in. I didn't trust casting directors.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, I don't know. I feel like the only way to get by in Hollywood is to be friends with a bunch of casting directors. And then they're going to plug you into stuff.
Yeah.
Or be friends with producers or be friends with things.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you got to be loud and like crazy energy. I was like, I've never booked anything off and I'll do it. Once.
Yeah.
Yeah. I walked in, I didn't even have to read. And they're like, it's you, it's him, it's him. And I was like, nice. And this was for The Shield. And they're like, you are the guy. I don't even need to see you read. We'll see you Tuesday. And I was like, great. What's the part? And they're like, oh, it's a cuck. And I went, oh, awesome.
And you were like,
I was like, I didn't have to read. I just look like a cuck.
Like that's your thanks a lot.
I was like, cool.
That's
Were you good at auditions?
No,
You've worked so much.
No, I know,
You've
but it
worked
sucks.
you've
listen,
worked.
what I was going to say.
Pull up her IMDb.
Stop it.
You've
what I was
worked.
gonna say. No, but it is the hardest. I think I get paid to audition. Like when I get paid for a job, this is also why
You get paid. What do you mean?
whenever you say, I'm fascinated by the people that wouldn't read for you for your show because I hate auditioning.
I hate
But
it.
this is the deal. It's a necessary. It's the price of admission. It's like if I want to get a fucking job, I got to figure it out.
I'm sharing this
So-
with who do I share this with?
Oh my gosh! So
You gotta see this.
funny.
This is so cool. I saw this today,
What?
and I was driving.
Okay.
I was listening to like interviews you've done, and I was like,
Yes.
and this came up. And,
Okay.
how do I Bert's message it?
And also, we have to circle back because I DM'd you recently
When?
when you guys were looking for a hot actress.
yes.
But I don't think you guys saw it
I did not. I saw it today, the other
because
day.
it was an Aaron. Oh my God! No, I love Andrew and Jared. Oh my God!
It's
I've
crazy
known
how,
those guys. They were Paul Young's original clients too.
Well, Paul Young, in defense of Paul Young,
Yeah.
because I sound like he didn't like me. He still doesn't like me.
Sure, he does.
No.
He's a lot different than he was back then.
Oh, well, good. He was partners with one of my favorite human beings alive.
Peter Principato.
I love Peter Principato.
I love Peter Principato.
One of the sweetest
too.
guys in the entire world.
I know.
I love that guy.
He was my manager forever.
For
when
real?
I was doing the Hangover and all of that stuff.
He
yeah.
was just such a. So
It
this
haunts
is so
me.
great.
I love it. Oh, check that out. Oh, there's my birth date. You guys, I'm 75 years old.
Okay.
It's fucking great.
They
oh
just
God.
play.
What are you doing?
This is all the stuff you've done. And it's like, I was like, what an interesting video for someone to take the time to make. It's just
What is this?
Scrolling of things you've done.
Who did this?
I have no idea.
The soloist, I did have to go in and just talk to the director. His first name, oh my God, right. He was amazing. The Hangover, I read for Kicking and Screaming auditioned. Starsky and Hutch auditioned. Mighty Wind. Oh, all of that stuff. The audition for Chris Guest was, oh God, Treehouse Trolls. I did wear oh my God, Treehouse. I wore a fucking like a Disney character outfit, and
Really?
yeah, you can't see me in it. It's horrifying.
It's so crazy.
And I did
You've worked so much, but
Yeah.
yet you think you're not good at auditioning.
I know. No, well, I'll tell you, it's changed so much too, because we used to go in the room, and if you, as an improviser and as a stand-up, you get when you're doing something, you can read the room. Like you can tell just when they're kind of with you on something. When you're auditioning to put yourself on tape for Zoom, or when you're just sending a video in, it sucks.
Yeah.
Because I like to be directed. I like to have it be a collaborative process. And that's what I envy when you guys are doing stand-up. You're feeding off of your audience all the time. And then I think you do a lot of crowd work as well, right? You're interacting with the crowd. But the thing about when you're auditioning is, especially when you're auditioning for comedy, you need to even just a movement or like a facial expression changes how you're feeling about what you're doing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so it's so hard right now to audition when you put yourself on tape, right? And a lot of people put themselves on tape for you,
everyone,
right? I put myself on tape for you.
Everyone.
But if you had been in the room and said, I like this, do it more like this, it gives you an opportunity to see like, oh, they take direction and they can give me exactly what I want. Whereas when you're just, and that's the thing that I hate about that's changed. You didn't ask me this, but I'm just going to tell you anyway. That's the thing that I hate about casting right now and doing that is that it's so hard. Auditioning, this is my point, is that auditioning in and of itself is brutal.
It's brutal.
Because you're not totally off book, or if you are, you'll get an audition and then my kids will be up vomiting that night.
Yeah.
And I've got to go in the next day and I'm not off book. And I've got, like you're just like, and you've got to somehow pull it together.
It's funny, I was never good at memorizing lines.
Yeah.
And then when I started acting, I realized I'm amazing at memorizing lines. I can memorize them. I don't even bring
your sides to set?
No, and I can't even read sometimes. So I need my readers. So
yes.
I would just have like the AD read my sides in the rehearsal, the first rehearsal.
Yeah.
She did one rehearsal for everyone that you go there and they're like, all right, let's just rehearse it. And we'll hear what it sounds like. So you do that. And then they go, all right, let's do one for cameras and for, so we can find out where we're going to position.
Yeah.
Well, the second you tell me where I'm going to be standing and where everyone's going to be standing, I memorize it immediately.
That's because it's like, would you say like, because it's like in your body?
Because I go, okay, now and like, there's times where it's tough. Like I've had scenes where the joke is you're saying the same thing, but you're saying it 3 different ways.
Yeah.
And that's really difficult for me.
So hard.
Because you can't repeat words and you got to be exact. But for the most part, if you tell me where we're going to stand and where we're going to do it, I can memorize it within three times of doing it.
Yeah.
And now I wish I had those auditions on that don't exist anymore where you go into the room. It's testing. So you got to get through the loop of sending insights. And they're so mountainous of all the actors that you get where you're like, and as an actor, you go, I'm going to watch every single fucking one.
Yeah.
And you do. And then all of a sudden they all kind of start sounding alike. And you're like, I don't fucking know anymore. Like, I know. It's
impossible. Yeah. That's why it's nice to be in the room. Because then you also get to be like, oh, they're a normal person.
Yeah.
Oh, they're nice. Like I don't know, they just have an energy. You don't get their energy. I think it's a big deal.
What's the one role that came your way and you were close on? You would have been like, oh, that would have been nice.
Okay. This role, it haunts me to this day, because, and the person that played it did it beautifully, and I think everything, whatever, it happens for a reason, all that shit. But this is the thing. But this is what fucking happened. Is I was back in the day. I was auditioning for. I'd been offered a couple of pilots. Okay, one called Cop House that I ended up doing with me, Nick Kroll.
Yeah.
A little guy named Tony Hale, me and this other guy, Curtis, I can't remember. He was so nice. And it was directed by Brett Ratner. It was a fucking half-hour comedy directed by Brett Ratner. And I love Brett.
Yeah.
I love Brett. And I'd done another film with him. And one time he called me at 11:30 at night and said, hey, can you be at this location in an hour? I need somebody to be funny in this thing. And I said, yes, I'll do it. And I drove down and then he sent me a thing of roses that was like as big as a small child's pool. You know what I mean? Like I'd never seen anything like it before in my life. So that when he did this pilot, I was like, oh, this would be so much fun. And with Tony and Nick Kroll and these guys that were so stupid. And but then I was offered that pilot, okay? And then I was offered another pilot. And then I had to test for this pilot that Steve Levitan and Chris Lloyd were doing. And I had read it and I'd said to my agent at the time, this is genius. I know exactly what to do with this part and I would love to play it. And they said, well, you have these 2 offers. They're not asking you to test. If you test, these 2 offers go away. So you could end up with nothing. So it's like sitting at I was gambling. And they said, even if you test, there's no chance you're going to get it. And Chris Lloyd and Steve Levitan went around my agents, emailed me and said, all you have to do is walk in the room and test, and it will be your part. And my agents were like, this has happened to people before, that at the 11th hour, they just offer to somebody else. And they're like, and not in good conscience, we can't tell you to take this job. And I was like, oh my God. So Cop House, with all of these fucking fun people that I knew and loved, I was like, well, I'm going to do that. Oh, and at the same time, Eugene Levy had called and said, I want you to play this part on Schitt's Creek. And it's to play Chris Elliott's wife. And I said, oh my God, what the fuck? And I was like, Eugene, I said, this happened. He's like, well, you got to take that, Rachel. He's like, Eugene was so nice because I had done all the other Christopher Guest movies with him. And he was like, my dad. And he was like, no, take this. It's fine. He's like, I really understand. And you're working on something else. And so then I took Cop House, we shot it. And then Cheryl Hines says, oh my gosh, I got all the pilots that were picked up. She was like, I got DVDs of them. And I said, okay. And I said, how does it look? The one that I passed on. And she said, I don't think you should see it. And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, it's really, really good, Rachel. And I was like, okay. And we found out that Cop House, they passed on it. And it was Modern Family, to play Claire in Modern Family. And Julie's amazing.
Yeah.
Julie Bowen is fucking amazing in it. And she tested, I think I would have tested against her, but that was a 20, and we're done. 2 hours later, I'm done telling that story. Sorry.
God, that's fucking.
That was a 2-hour story. But,
no, that's great. I always love those stories.
Modern Family. Oh, it's so good.
It does feel good when you test for something, don't get it, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I guess I was the secret sauce.
Yeah.
But this is the opposite of that.
It is, and I've talked about it before. I don't think I've gone as in depth on it, but yeah, that is one. It'd be, but then so much would have like sliding doors. Like I wouldn't have the 2 kids that I have right now if I just know that I wouldn't have met their dad, and then we wouldn't have got divorced, and then I wouldn't be. I'm kidding.
I remember doing Last Comic Standing 2.
Oh my gosh.
And devastated. I mean, I've never had devastation in my career ever like this. I'm so glad I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing like the blessing of letting something breathe and giving something time to get good, as opposed to like the flash in the pan, get it right away. And then all of a sudden I would have been doing stand-up. I was 32, so I would have been doing stand-up like 6 years. And then all of a sudden being famous and only having all the stuff I learned, I would have never learned any of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, and I mean, I do look at all of that as, rejection, or that wasn't a guarantee. Like I have agents and people that say, I still stand on what your agent said. You still had to, they were looking out for you, and you did the best thing.
By the way, with the talent lineup on that, I'm like, why wouldn't that go? Exactly.
It was, well, I think I have a lot of feelings about that. But I think Brett Ratner, he didn't, okay, let me just tell you this. He did not think Nick Kroll was funny. He didn't understand why Nick Kroll was funny.
Nick Kroll makes me laugh when he's not trying to make me laugh.
I know.
I had a meeting with Brett, right?
I love Brett.
I had a meeting with him one time.
Okay. Brett's the kind of guy that sits at Video Village with his feet up.
I love those guys.
But no. But with his feet up, you're doing a take, and he was like on his phone. And you're like, yeah, we're acting. But also, I
had a meeting with him one time, and he had a great fucking office.
Oh, I bet. I'm sure he did.
Great office.
I mean,
I don't know what I had. There was a period of time where I was taking there was a period of time where I think everyone thought the entertainment business was about to double down and get bigger. And I remember I had crazy meetings. Then everything just kind of Hollywood just went like this. I mean, think of pilot season doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That pilots, I mean.
Well, it's because everything's streaming, right? And there's no network TV anymore. Because everything is, you pay to stream it. So there's no need for advertisements. Did I say that right? Because everything's reality TV on network TV.
It's crazy that the threshold of success is different now.
Yeah.
The idea.
Stand-up arenas, going out, at least in a weird way, I love that is what people want to do right now, that they want to go to concerts, that they want to get out, that they want to be around each other. I think we need that, especially after COVID. But yeah, for actors, if we're going to get live action TV doesn't happen anymore. I mean, were you guys single camera or multicam?
Single camera.
You were single cam. Okay.
Leanne Morgan's got.
I'm on it.
I know that.
I did.
Yeah, Leanne Morgan's multicam is great.
It is. She's I love her. Do you know Leanne?
Very well.
Very well?
I FaceTimed her.
Come on.
The day after it hit number 2, I think. Yeah. And I FaceTimed her that day. I watched it. I watched it on the elliptical, and I came back to my Leanne, and I was like, I got to FaceTime Leanne Morgan. And I FaceTimed Leanne Morgan. I was in a white robe. She was in a white robe. And she was like, her. She's like, oh, Bert. And she got emotional, and I was like, congratulations. I literally thought the multicam was dead.
No, your show is going to be the same. Because you both, no. You both have great energy. You're both incredibly grateful, kind, funny, just naturally funny.
Having to transition from summer shenanigans to the focus needed in the fall should be illegal. Ditch the glitch with zero sugar and zero crash from Liquid IV's new energy multiplier, sugar-free hydrating energy. It's scientifically formulated to support physical energy, hydration, focus, mood, and social stamina. 0 sugars, 3 times the electrolytes, and 9 essential vitamins for a sugar-free, crash-free boost made with electrolytes, vitamins, and natural caffeine for a jitter-free, sugar-free lift. Helping you balance throughout the day without the crash or the jitters. It comes in 2 mouthwatering flavors, sugar-free strawberry kiwi, which I think I just put in, and sugar-free energy blackberry lemonade. You put it in the water, you stir it up, you drink it, you have a kick, and it tastes phenomenal. That's all you need to know. The 0 sugar is what got me, especially if any of you are trying to stay keto like me. The 0 sugar is the kicker. Have one of these first thing when you wake up in the morning and you start your day in the pluses. Ditch the glitch with 0 sugar and 0 crash from Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code BERT at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code BERT at liquidiv.com. I just tried the best pair of underwear that I've ever worn in my entire life. They're Skims. Skims by the Kardashians. Kim Kardashian, I think. I'm not really sure. All I know is that I hear women talking about Skims all the time. And then we get the sponsor, Skims. They send me these boxer briefs. They're tight boxers, And I don't wear underwear. I've never worn underwear. I feel like underwear gets in the way. I touch these underwear, and they feel slick. They feel thin, real thin. And then I was like, I'm going to try them out for a workout because I wear underwear to work out. I threw them on. And they were magic. I'm saying magic. They are the most comfortable underwear I've ever worn in my entire life. And I'm not just saying this. I am not an underwear guy. But I do need to wear underwear at certain times. Like if there's certain pairs of pants that calls for underwear. And these underwear are phenomenal. No wonder, because every woman brags about Skims. Every woman loves their Skims. Every woman's talked about their Skims. And they're not going to skimp when it comes to men. The underwear is fantastic. Trust me, their underwear is better than you think it is. Boxers, they have briefs, they have tees, they have tanks, they have hoodies, they have sweatshirts, they have shorts, they have pants, they have pajamas. I am telling you right now, the stuff at Skims is awesome. And I'm saying that based on those one underwear I put on. Dude, if you do underwear right, you do everything right. Shop Skims Men's at skims.com. Let them know we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. Trust me, these underwear are going to change your life. You're going to start looking forward to wearing underwear. And they have a bunch of other great stuff too, but goddamn, that underwear is good. Thank you, Skims. Well, it's like I heard you talk about the Hangover, and you said like we didn't know it was going to be the hit. We just knew it was a lot of fun to shoot.
Yeah. And we also knew, like, I just liked hanging out with these ding-dongs.
Yeah.
Like, Zach Galifianakis, while we were shooting one day, he's laying on the grass. Because you do.
Yeah.
You know, as one does. He's laying on the grass. And I walk over to him. And I literally, it was like a moment where I was like, "What's up?" But I'm in the dress. It's like the wedding scene, but we're like,
yeah.
And I go, "What's up?" And he looks at me because he's laying on the grass and he's kind of laying in front of me. And he looks at me and he kind of looks like up my skirt, but he didn't really look up my skirt. And then he goes, "I can see your pad." And I go, "Oh, you can? Do I need to change it?"
I can see your pad.
I can see your pad. And he's like, "No, you're good for right now." And I'm like, "Okay, great, thanks. I'll come back in an hour in case I get a gusher or something like that." And he was just like, "Good." He's like, "I'll remind you." Like, it just went on all day. And I didn't have a pad. I wasn't on my period. I don't wear pads.
I've only heard pads. I've only heard pads spoken derogatorily. Like
he just said it like, "I can see your elbow."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You fucking idiot."
He's such a funny fucking person. We had an incident where someone could see someone's tampon string the other day. And
Shut it.
Man, I was like,
what? Was it at the pool?
No, I can't even really get into detail.
Okay.
Leanne goes,
to know. Okay.
I can see her tampon string.
Shut it.
And I went, hold on. Talking about drawing focus.
Was this while you were shooting?
Yeah.
No.
And it wasn't Arden.
Thank God, because but Arden, nah. We're past that now, probably.
I think.
Does Arden still bleed? And she would love this, by the way, even if I was like. I
think she does.
Okay, good for her.
Because Leanne talks about menopause nonstop.
Well, listen, I could talk about it forever and ever.
Leanne, I mean, like.
I know.
I mean,
does she sweat the bed?
Oh God! Well, we're in a sleep divorce right now.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah,
Can I just tell you what's hotter than anything is being in menopause and dating.
Oh, that's got to be fun.
My last boyfriend was like, "Jesus, it's like a fucking pool in here," and I was like, "I know."
She would get soaking wet.
Yeah,
and then I'd be like, "What? Like, are you sick? Do we need to crank the AC down to 66?
It doesn't matter.
It didn't matter.
It doesn't matter if it's fucking 80 or 52.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are sweating. And it's so sexy, especially if you've had a spray tan. Oh. And then it comes off on the sheets and it's just like, this is a car crash. What happened in this bed? And then you're like, I remember not saying I was in menopause to the person I was with. I just said, "Oh, it's just hormonal." I could not say menopause. Because it's like I just imagined him running out of the room with his hair on fire. Like this means she reminds me of death. If she's in menopause, her body's slowly shutting down and she's going to die.
She's want to go get her a shovel.
Yeah.
We're digging a grave. Yeah. Leanne
I blew somebody's head.
Leanne is obsessed with menopause. Yeah. And more importantly.
And Leanne too is. Leanne Morgan.
I've watched the two of them talk.
Oh my God, Rachel, I put you in my pocket. I'm just going to take you home.
Leanne Kreischer talks about menopause so much that the other day we had a business opportunity with a medical company. Yeah. It's like I'm really into I have a longevity doctor. Yeah.
Oh.
And so they do your blood work.
I'm going to get that doctor.
It's amazing. But what happened is, and no one really does the work on. No, the medical school spends one day on menopause. That's it. One day.
Yes, I know. Does she follow Dr. Claire in Tennessee? Okay.
Certainly.
Yes, I'm obsessed with her too.
I mean,
do you believe that?
One day.
One fucking day on women after we're useful. Until after when we stop having babies. Okay, thanks. You guys are put out to pasture. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. And so Leanne is we work with this one doctor or this one company. I think there's doctors in it, and they regulated her hormones, and it was like sparked her back to life. And now her cause is like she is so obsessed with trying to get into perimenopause for women to help them with the transition.
Yep.
Because the transition is the thing that like it starts. Like Leanne could talk better about it.
In your 30s to 40s, right?
Yes.
And
so she's got the women in this office.
Yeah.
She's got them all on pills and testosterone and hormones.
Yeah. Testosterone's great, but it can make you a little bit aggro for a woman. I'm already pretty aggressive anyway. And so it just makes me, with my kids, I was just like, Jesus, calm down. But I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And they were, Mom. And I come from that character from the Hangovers. I didn't just pull that shit out of thin air. That was based on a rageful mother, but that's another session.
But Leanne's had some, I don't know what we call them, but she's had some blow up moments. Because it's for her, it's menopause and low blood sugar.
Oh, wow, yeah.
With a high blood sugar spike with her estrogen.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect storm for talking to the most irrational person you've ever met in your entire life. My favorite moment.
Are you talking about it in your stand-up though? Like,
no. I mean, there's only one thing the thing is, usually if we're fighting and something funny happens, it ends the fight immediately.
Yeah.
It immediately, if something funny happens.
Can I tell you my favorite thing that she's ever said about you?
Who? My wife?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It was when she said, oh my God, I don't know if I can be with this man. He's like a little boy.
Yeah.
And someone said to her, I don't know exactly who it is, but they said, I just want you to understand something. This is who he is. And if you can roll with it, you're going to have the more fun than you'll ever have in your entire life. And I think I'm paraphrasing it, obviously.
No, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And I just think I just love her because I think a lot of times we look at people and we put them in boxes and we think, oh, well, if they don't do X, Y, and Z, we're missing out on the magic of who that person is.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of creative people, they're not super easy to deal with on a day-to-day basis, right?
Yeah.
But boy, they sure love intensely and they love to have fun. And I don't think I'm articulating it well
You're articulating
enough,
it to me. I get it.
But they are enthusiastic about life, and also very like can go low when they're very worried about something.
Oh, I'm. It's like I can go from the kid that wants to go to the water park more than anyone in the world to finding out we're not going to the water park and be like devastated.
Yeah.
And I think I've done that with her at times where like I get so excited for something.
Yeah.
I love, it exhausts her, but I try to eventize life, meaning I look for things so that when something's over, I got the next things coming up.
Yeah.
And so like I said to her,
you always have something to look forward to.
Always.
I know. I need that. And I don't, I
did.
get it.
This is how bad I am. So you know how depressing it is when you wrap a series and you're like,
oh yeah.
And you're like, so now I guess I'm not worth anything.
Yes,
and
exactly. It's that like, I'm never going to work again.
I'm never going to work again. No one's going to like it. I took too many chances.
Yeah.
I took too many big swings on this.
Yeah.
I can't act. I don't know what I ever thought I was acting for in the first place. Like,
yeah, you go.
Yeah. Oh, and so I said to Leanne, I was like, hey, the series wraps on the 11th or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm taking the whole family to Hawaii the next week. Yeah. And she was like, this seems like a lot of money. And I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Listen, I go, my parents are still alive. Your dad's still alive. Our girls are still young enough where we can hang out with them. We don't have to bring boyfriends with us. I go, Cotty's kids are young. Cotty and we'll bring my other sister, her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. I go, babe, we have to do this. And it makes sense on paper. And Leanne's like, okay. And then I was like, awesome. So I'm going to leave for Hawaii on the 12th so that I don't feel anything about sadness about leaving the series. I'm going to go right from the series, straight to Hawaii. And then I'm going to be in Hawaii and I'll meet you the next Monday. And she was like, hold on. She's like, no. And I was like, and then I'm going to go do Spokane and then do Vancouver.
Basically, all you're saying is I'm going to avoid pain.
I'm going to avoid pain, yeah.
And then I'm going to avoid pain.
And we're going to Red Rocks. We're going to Red Rocks on the 1st and the 2nd.
And I'm
then
never going to feel pain again.
I'm never going to feel it. It's going to be a fucking party.
I know. I know other stand-ups like you.
Oh,
I know. I have a good friend that's very, very, very similar. That he's always going.
And then I start tour.
Yeah.
When I start tour, that's like.
But tour is so fun.
Oh, it's the greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life, and I'll never stop touring. I love touring more than anything. I love touring so much. I love the energy of everyone getting in the bus. I love the energy of everyone telling stories. Like I love gossip. I love all of it.
Yes.
I love waking up and finding out that someone else started making coffee, and you're like, "What are we doing today?" Oh, we're playing disc golf. I love touring, and then by the way, then also I do my favorite thing.
And you love like having to hold it until you get to the next stop and then poop.
Oh no, we hot bag it.
You do not.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, we hot bag it.
You hot bag it?
You know it's so funny.
How do you do that? You just put a garbage bag?
You put
You have to have a serious bag though. It can't be just like
I've
a
done
Ralph's
it with
bag.
ones.
Come on.
I've done it with Ralph's bags.
Oh my God.
This is how much we hot bag it. So
Shut.
Isla called.
Does everybody know what a hot bag? Okay, but your family's on the bus with you.
I've hot bagged it with my daughters have hot bagged it.
But you have it. Okay. I love them so much.
Oh,
I'm gonna hot bag it.
Isla called the other day and was like, "Hey," she goes, "House, how do I turn the water on in the house?" And I said, "Why?" She goes, "Well,
I pooped.
I took a shit and it's really big." And I can't, there's no water to flush it with. So I don't know what to do. And Leanne, I was like, go get bottles of water.
I love her so much. I can't take
gallons of water.
I can't take it.
Get like 8 of them.
Yep.
Fill up the toilet, make sure you have enough.
Yeah.
So the next day she calls and she's like, I'm out of water. And I go, what does that mean? She goes, I think I'm gonna have to hot bag it. And Leanne was like, Isla, do not hot bag it because where are you putting that bag afterwards? And she goes, I'll throw it in the street like Dad does.
God.
She's like,
come on. You do not throw your shit in the street.
I did it once.
One time.
Because one time I was like, I didn't know what to do with it.
No. It was a desperate time. Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
I'll throw it in the street.
I have one story about this where I had a dog. My ex-husband and I had a dog. My first ex-husband, that's right. Not to brag.
Wait, how many times have you been married?
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Not bad.
I'm just like, I don't even know how to process it with you, but I'm like, yeah, but it's just like I refuse.
How old were you the first time you got married?
Early 30s.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. And we were married, we were 5 years, but we were together 8.
Okay.
And then
you've been away from it for a while.
I was separated. Yeah, we were away from it for a while, and then I got married a second time.
Okay. And then that one was recent.
That one, well, we divorced in 2019.
Oh, right before the pandemic?
Yeah.
Good or bad?
We separated.
You think if you had stayed together during the pandemic, it would have fixed itself?
No, I think it would have been
worse.
Not great. I think it would have been different because we just parented differently. We had 2 little boys.
Yeah.
And we were very different in that regard. He's a great dad. We're really good co-parents. We spend a lot of time together now, and it's better.
Yeah.
And he is a great girlfriend, partner, like bonus mom.
I said to my daughters and wife one time, I said, I would have made a great divorced dad. And Georgia goes, you were a divorced dad. I said, what? She goes, we saw you Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I was. She goes, all you didn't get is a girlfriend. Like that's the only thing.
Oh my gosh. My kids see their dad more than you see your kids when you're on tour.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
For sure.
I regret as much time as I did spend away from my daughters.
No regrets. Don't look back. You can't change it.
I can't change it. I said that something the other day.
Sliding doors. Your kids wouldn't be the way they are right now. And they're awesome, right?
Yeah. What's it like dating now? Like, do you meet people on like line on the app?
It's a weird combo because I'm 57.
You are not 57.
I am.
You are not 57.
I was born in 1968.
You are not 57.
I swear to God. Okay. If I look, I'll look like a melted candle if I stand up. No, I won't. No, I train really hard. I take care of, I don't really drink a bunch. I love to drink though.
Yeah.
Tequila. Oh, it's very fun.
I'm excited to have a drink tonight.
But I've never, what are you going to have?
Well, vodka. I only drink vodka.
Oh, okay.
Do you ever drink vodka?
I do.
I
Yeah.
have my own vodka, and it's the best vodka you've ever had, and it's clean, triple distilled, no hangover whatsoever. If you have,
That's why I like tequila though, but it makes me. It's not. It's very happy for me.
Yeah.
Tequila, vodka kind of brings me down a little bit. I think it's not like wine.
I got diagnosed by a therapist one time as having so for some people, cocaine brings them down.
Yeah.
And like Adderall brings them down. And
Yeah.
for some people, alcohol brings them down. But for me, alcohol brings me up. It's not a sedative. It's a
stimulant.
Stimulant.
Yeah.
And so,
that's the way I am with tequila.
Oh. So if I have a drink, I get really excited and I'm like, ooh.
I'm like that with NyQuil. When I take NyQuil, it wakes me up. If I do, but does it knock you out?
Oh yeah.
I'm so jealous. But it's okay. But where were we? I was talking about
57. Don't drink.
Oh yeah, 57. Yeah.
Right now, everyone should go to.
I don't drink a lot.
They should go to your. I almost want to answer a random FaceTime, but I don't know who it is.
Who is it?
It's all my buddies in Tampa.
Oh, okay.
Everyone should go to your Instagram.
Yeah.
And right now and
I
go
have not.
and I want you to say 57. You look fantastic.
Thank you. But I love to train. I love to but I think a lot of it has to do with I'm extraordinarily vain. I'm not, but I like training. I like working out. I love my kids are so little. They're 6 and 8, or now they're 7 and 9.
Both
Boys, and they just
are they
hand my
stereotypical
ass
boys
to me? Yes, every single day. Like last night, we had a flood. Speaking of poop, Henry went to the bathroom, and my son, they both have ADHD, so they're really amazing. But they're very smart. And Henry's a little bit on the spectrum, which I think is going to be a superpower when he gets older. Hilarious. But he heard me. I said, Henry, he's like, I said, what are you doing? He's like, I'm pooping. And I said, okay, well, where are you? And he said, I'm in the patio bathroom. And I was like, oh, okay. That's been having issues lately. I said, okay, I just hope it flushes. That was a major mistake for me. Because usually he forgets to flush the toilet. Okay.
Oh.
But I said, because I thought of it, and I should have just said, okay, and then dealt with it after. But instead, Otto and I are doing something that's really fun. And all of a sudden we hear see Henry sprint across the house. And he's like, it's not working. And behind him is a river of water. And I run into like their playroom and the bathroom. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I was on my phone. My friend had called and she was like, turn off the valve. And I'm like, what valve? And she's like, it's behind the toilet. So I find that. And then I'm like, get towels. And I go, get towels. And so the boys run out and they get towels. And I'm trying to grab whatever I can. And they come back with paper towels. And I was like, not paper towels. And they're like, there's, they don't know. And then they're like, okay. And then they run and they get like linens for the tablecloth, which I don't know how they found a tablecloth. I've never used a tablecloth in my fucking life with them. And then they grab like napkins and they grab it and they bring it back. And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, we're sorry. And they start to cry. And I'm like, no. I said, it's okay. I can't fucking believe this. Right. Like I was like, can't fucking, and I do swear, but I have to tell them all the time, it's not smart to swear, but I love it and I can't help. And I said, please don't. And I said, Henry, what did you do? He said, I don't know. And I said, how many times did you flush? He's like, I don't know. And I said, okay, nobody's in trouble. I'm just freaking out because, and Henry goes, because there's poop water. And I said, yes. And then I said, no one's dying. I said, so I've got to kind of get it together right now. We're going to be fine. And I said, how many times? Do you remember how many times you flushed? And he's like, 5. And then I said, okay. I said, we're going to be fine. I said, why don't you guys go outside? They go outside. I'm talking to my friend. We're cleaning up. Then Otto and Henry come back and Otto is like, wow, Mama. He's the younger one. And he goes, wow, Mama, this is a lot. He's like, you have a lot that you have to clean up. He goes, and I don't know how the fuck you're going to do it. And he said, and that's like, he said it so matter of factly because he knows he's not supposed to say those words.
Yeah.
But he was like, You said a lot of swear words today. I said, I know. I did. And I have to try to do better. But sometimes an occasion calls for a swear word.
Guys, enter the room dick first. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet. It's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And when they say better sex, they mean better sex. I'm saying you want her to say, what is happening down there? You want her to notice the difference, and you notice the difference. You can take one at 4 p.m. and wait for a moment to arise, or take one as needed. I kind of like taking one at 4 p.m. and waiting for the moment to arise. Because you know what happens? You become a better boyfriend. You become a better lover, a better husband. You start doing things like you take a Blue Chew and then you go, hey, would you like me to make dinner? Because you know what you want. And then it's almost like edging. Guys, this isn't just about performance. It's about legacy or third legacy. Give her group chat something to talk about. You know, when you lay it down, they're going to talk about how it gets up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use promo code Bertcast at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for important details and safety info. And thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring this podcast. Life's been absolutely crazy lately. And one thing that helps me unwind, Cornbread Hemp's CBD gummies. Cornbread Hemp CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether it's stress, discomfort, or just need a little relaxation. Like last night from Santa Barbara to LA, I took one and I relaxed the entire ride, just chilled. And the best part is that they only use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest and most potent CBD. Formulated to help relieve discomfort, stress, and sleeplessness, all products are third-party lab tested and USDA organic to ensure safety and purity. And the best is, this CBD is phenomenal. You take one, hop on a plane, and you relax the whole time. You don't need a cocktail. Take one at night, and you sleep like a baby. I always say my sleep score is through the roof, and it's because of these bad boys. There's nothing better than just a little tap out. A little saying, let's take the edge off today, watch a series on Netflix, and gently fall asleep. Right now, Bertcast listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/Bertcast and use code Bertcast at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/Bertcast and use code Bertcast. I can't imagine having, how old are yours right now?
7 and 9.
I can't imagine having 7, 9.
Two boys.
You're not even, I feel like, I gotta be honest with you, I feel like you haven't even started.
I know.
Like, you haven't even.
That's why I lift a lot of weights and try to get a fuck ton of sleep and eat well.
What's your dream project? And
Yeah.
What's Meghan Markle like?
Oh my God. Because those are so similar.
Yeah.
Meghan Markle, I knew her when she was married to Trevor Engelson, her first husband.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Did she talk like a princess then, or was she like?
No, she did not talk with the princess lilt.
For real, she was like, "Yo, what's up, Rage?"
She's normal, and her first husband's like from Long Island.
Really?
So he was like, "Hey, he's a producer."
It's got to be very tough to get divorced, and then she becomes royalty.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know her enough to like talk about her personally.
Really,
other than she was great when I saw her on Suits and when we worked. Very sweet and kind. So that's all I know.
Okay.
But my dream project, I was going to say something, but she did walk around like with a tiara before she met him. I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I was trying to think of something funny,
How
but then
great
I was
would that
like,
be?
it's so terrible. So terrible. No, that's, yeah. But, no, but my dream project would be, my dream project, the thing that I have, that's so fun that I can't really talk about yet, but maybe by whatever, is I'm doing I would love to do a live action version of this cartoon that I'm doing, an animated series that I'm doing with my friends from the Groundlings, with Will Forte, Jim Rash, myself, Hugh Davidson, and a bunch of other really fucking funny people. That's dark and funny.
Yeah.
And I want to do a project with my friends that is, funny in the same vein that we're talking about, like What We Do in the Shadows, or I just want to work with friends, and I want it to be funny, but also real. Like, I mean, I did love the Four Seasons. I don't know if you saw Tina Fey's.
I started watching it.
Yeah.
Now I had a problem because we got the tape, the VHS of the Four Seasons.
Yes.
The same time we got a VHS player.
Yes.
And my parents bought it.
Yes.
So I've watched the Four Seasons maybe 4,000
So you knew
times.
that Steve Carell was going to die.
Well, no, I didn't. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I couldn't watch it. But wait. Oh, yeah. Wait, because Annie dies in the Four Seasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he does.
No. In
Does
the
he
real
die in the real Four
Seasons-
Seasons?
No.
Nobody dies?
No, he gets divorced. They get divorced in the
Yeah.
real Four Seasons. But I don't think Annie. I didn't know. No one dies in the Four Seasons.
Yeah, but I get it. So that's a bad reference.
You cannot. If I called my sister right now
Mhm.
and I said Shalimar, my sister would go Shalimar
From the Four Seasons?
We quote.
I don't even know what that is.
It's
Oh, Shalimar is isn't it a fragrance
yeah, and
or perfume?
it's so in the Four Seasons they go take their boat trip right after he gets divorced, right after you can tell there's problems, and it's spring, and and they go on a boat trip, and he gets a new girlfriend, and she's young and she's beautiful and she swims naked, and all the men are kind of a little obsessed with her, and the two older wives are sitting there having he gets her a present every day, and one of the presents he gets her is Shalimar, but the way she says it, she goes Shalimar, and my sister and I to this day we say Shalimar. I mean, I watched the Four Seasons
Too many times.
so much.
Oh my God, you brought it up. But Carol Burnett
Carol Burnett was so good in it.
and Alan Ark. Alan Alda. MASH. That's what I grew up on. But you're like a young pup though, aren't you? Like you're
No, I'm
40.
your age. No, I'm 52.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I look very young.
we look very young.
You look very young.
I know. I think it's just my height and
Your height?
Yeah, and my hair and no. But my hands tell a different story. I've literally thought about having injections in my hands.
My hands look great. I'll tell you what. Leanne does this thing where she'll go she'll be like, oh, look at this.
Oh my
she'll
God,
go take her legs and she's like,
toenails.
it's like paper skin. And I'll see it and I go, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
You're like, I don't want to see that image ever again.
No,
in my
it
life.
happens on my arms. I go, stop doing that.
Stop. I know. I had my husband, my first husband. Oh God, I can't know that I have to keep qualifying it. Fuck. He said you can never make that face again. At one point, and I was like, what? You got to tell me because I love that stuff. And he goes, what? And he goes, you can't make putting lotion on your arm face again. And I was like, here, and it was this, and it was this. Here, I'm going to take my hair away from my face, and I was like. If you can see it, it's like everything drops, neck. It's just like that worst photo of yourself from like where you take from down here and you're like, when you scare yourself, when you look up in the phone. And that was horrifying. But yeah, I get it. And my son, the other day, we were walking to school, first day of school that we were able to walk. He grabs my arm, which was so sweet. And then he goes, Mama, it feels like a deflated balloon. How about that? And
mouth of babes.
And Aaron, my ex-husband's wife, I go, Aaron, did you hear that? She's like, yep. And she's younger than I am. And I was like, yeah, you have that to look forward to, Aaron. And it was so, but like, I was like, what am I going to do? I'm 57, but I have good arms. Here, I'm going to fucking show you my arm. Cause it's like, I have great arms, but this is just like, skin. Yeah. It's age. You can't.
Leanne's got it. Leanne's goes, this will drive me
Stop
nuts.
it.
She goes, I wish I could
Please.
get rid of this. And she'll flap it back and forth. I go, stop it, Jelly Roll. What are you doing?
I know. What? We're women. What's happening?
Oh, Isla was cuddling on my mom one time in front of all of us, and she's laying on my mom's chest, and she goes, Nana, I love you so much. And everyone's like, oh, and she goes, do you have bones?
Stop it. Stop.
And we were like, oh, she goes, you don't have any bones. I can't feel any bones. It's just soft.
Yeah. It's just soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. Or like when people go up to women and they're like, this happened to me in Vegas one year. I was working out. It was like New Year's Day. I was working out. I'm going to sweat it out. This woman runs over to me. She's like, oh my God, you look great. How far along are you? And it had happened to me before, and I just looked at her and said, I'm not pregnant. And she was like, no, but I mean, like, you look great. And I said, I'm not pregnant. And she's like, but I mean, you look great. And I said, stop talking. And I was so mean. And then then of course I felt bad. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just sensitive. And she's like, no. But I just should have fucking let it lie there.
You ready
like
for this? You ready
don't
for this?
ever ask someone if a baby's coming out of you. Unless
Do you remember this one?
Do it. Tell me what.
Someone asked Leanne if she was pregnant. It was like 2 years ago.
Yes.
She fucking melted down. She's like, excuse me? And I went, hold on, stop right here. I go, babe, this is a compliment. She thinks you're young enough to have a baby. Leanne went, oh yeah.
Did she start?
She's like, oh. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's brutal. It's crazy.
It's, you know what it is? It really is cruel that it's so funny. I remember, I think I'm going to put this in a special.
Yeah.
We were with a guy. I met this guy. I wish I could it's so much easier if I could just tell you everyone's names.
Okay.
But like, we have two friends, and then they had two friends.
Yes.
And everyone was very successful. At the time, I think I was successful too, but when we first met them, I was not very successful.
Okay.
So I always kind of like looked up to the dudes because I was always like, how do they make so much money?
Yeah.
They're like big in the film and movie industry. And I was always kind of looked up to them. And I think one of the guys knew that. And his wife was gorgeous. I mean, fucking gorgeous. British, tall, but getting older. And she was a knockout when she was younger. I mean, and he had broken up with her, and he got a younger girlfriend, and he's a little older than me. Probably not much older than me, but like definitely older than me, like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And we were all sitting having a drink, me and his new one, and he just hit me and he goes, and he was like, I upgraded. And I was like, but I was like, you know what's crazy is I was like, ugh, like his wife was so beautiful. And I was like, it bums me out that you kind of couldn't see that you saw your age in her, that you looked at her and that represented the end of your life that way, that you couldn't look at it and go, look at all we've built. Like the only reason I will never remarry if anything happens to Leanne is I don't want to spend the time to get to know someone that well again. Like all the fucking shorthands we have, like we don't need to say a bunch to get a lot of sayings out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to fucking, it was too much work. It's like training a new dog. You ever have a 12-year-old dog and then you're like, and they just come and get on the couch and they're like, that's how well we know each other.
Yeah.
And like Izzy, if I walk in the backyard, I know Izzy's going to come out and walk with me. So I don't have to worry about snakes because I know Izzy will find the snake before I will. Yeah. But I don't want to have to do that with a young girl who doesn't look for snakes. You know, that's a bad analogy, but
no. But I'm with you. I'm totally with you. Yeah.
But it was so crazy that he couldn't see how pretty his wife was because his wife was stunning. And then we hung out with her one time and she was so angry. And I thought, it's so unfair. It's almost like pro athletes. Women are like pro athletes. You get these franchise years where you're almost young and you can't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it takes like and as you get older, it's like, and I'm watching it happen to Leanne where it was like, she was cute as a button when I met her. And the other day I'm looking at her on her phone and she's like this. And I'm like, oh, please don't. I'm like, can you just stick your neck out when you watch it? Look at your phone like this.
Well, that's why everyone's getting facelifts. You know
they're
that?
good too. They're fucking good. Have you seen
amazing.
how good they are?
Ricky Lake is a great friend of mine and hers is hers is fucking amazing. And it's like all I want to do. And it's horrifying.
Kris Kardashian?
Yeah. But how much do we think she paid for that?
What? I don't know. Like someone said to me,
doesn't really matter.
Look at her.
I know.
She looks like fucking.
She looks like her daughter, which is a little creepy. But
I want to see her talk. Though. I want to see her talk. If she talks like this,
I know. But
she
this
looks
is
fucking incredible.
I just want to talk about this for a second because it's weird that I look so young.
You do.
And I'm 57, which is old. And then I have a 7 and a 9-year-old. Can I just tell you the quandary for dating? How insane that is. Because if I were to date a man age appropriate, a lot of them have already had kids. Or they're like, we've done all that.
It's crazy.
And they're like, I ain't going back. And I get it.
Shit.
Because it's hard. Does that make sense?
Sucks.
And then if I meet a guy that is kind of would be maybe into it, even a divorced dad, right? He's younger. And so for him, it's like kind of a big age gap. He could be in his late 30s, early 40s. There's no happy ending to this story. I'm just telling you that it sucks.
Hold on, let's see. What's the perfect age?
But think about it.
What you need is like...
And my thing is when I meet somebody too, I'm like, am I supposed to cut my hair off like the depressed woman's haircut and get like that, Carol Brady minus the what is it in the back where you have like a party in the front, like business a mullet?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to cut the mullet part off?
Get a mullet.
Yeah, and just like do the Carol Brady to look my age, or it's just so it's a real conundrum. I see you're like biting your nail.
I'm trying to think. Because
it's tough. It really is.
Not just if we're being honest.
Yeah.
I'd date you. I think you're beautiful.
Aww.
But you were the second you said kids, I went. Oh, I think I'm done with those.
Yes.
Although boys are a game changer, so I never got to like coach baseball.
Boys are adorable. Okay, so let's tell Leanne
but here's
that you're gonna leave her.
Here's the problem. I only fucked with girls, so I only know girl shit. So I'm a girl dad, like for real.
You're
I have
real
training as a girl dad.
Yeah.
It would be like a whole learning curve.
But you, this is the thing. I guess it is that when I meet someone, I immediately am like, I look a lot younger than I am. And then I'm like, and just to throw this in, I've also got a 7 and a 9-year-old little boys, and I'm an actress, like in an industry that's dying. Good night, everybody. That's a wrap. It's a wrap on me.
Do you know how many guys listening to this right now are like, yo, I'm in. That's what's crazy. You know how many guys are living in Ohio?
But I want them to. My brother lives in Ohio. He's the greatest, Jack Harris. You look like you'd be in our family. Like he's so fun, and he's like he'll call me all the time with his friends, and they're like they don't believe me that you're my sister.
That's crazy.
We'll do it, but I cut you off. But you were like saying,
there's so many guys listening right now going, I'm in. I raised 2 kids. I'm not done raising kids. Because there's a hard part is like, you need a widower.
So, yeah?
Yeah.
A guy maybe that...
lost his wife.
Oof.
No. Don't worry about it. He's over it.
Okay.
That's what you need.
Okay.
You need someone who's ready to just...
Yeah.
This is going to sound horrible.
Yeah. But see,
what you need is like a guy... Okay, it's like the guys that were in the military that just transitioned into Blackwater. And they're like, yo, I don't want to be like a civilian, but like I wouldn't mind doing like special ops in Afghanistan for a private company.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
A guy who was married and probably wasn't that in love with his wife, but then she passed tragically.
Yeah. Yes.
Everyone feels bad for him, but he doesn't feel that bad. He's like, well, I feel good. But he's like, I'm not done living.
Yeah.
And then he just slides gently into your life.
Right.
And he's like, yo,
yeah,
I got all the things I never had and I wanted, and I didn't have to do all the legwork. I didn't have to get her pregnant. I didn't have to do fucking and she's got her own career.
That never could have happened.
You are user friendly. You are, you know what you are? You're like.
But the other thing is that I'm as we're talking about it, I'm like, fuck it. I am a good time. I am super fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like somebody saying like, you got to see my act. I am hilarious. And then they get on stage and you're like, this fucking sucks. Like they're not funny. But I mean, I know the difference between like somebody who's positive and like fun.
Like if a guy, okay, you go on a date with a guy, right? And it's a great date and you guys have a great time.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what are you doing Thursday? And you're like, listen, we can hang out. I got kids. Like, okay. Yeah. And he goes, hey, I'm in. What are we doing? And
amazing.
What happens?
Amazing. Oh, you mean like on Thursday, if they want to hang out with me and my kids? Can I tell you, I've not been with one person that's like, I want to hang out with you and your kids on a date. Mm-hmm.
Can you put that on your Tinder? Like, do you have pictures of your kids too?
I do. I'm on Raya and I put pictures of my kids in there. One. Yeah. It's all ridiculous. I just think, I don't know. I'm also like old school. It's like,
what would you do? What would you do if a guy was like, I want to hang out Thursday?
I would definitely do something like we would take them like either to a movie because we'd see Minecraft.
No, Dave and Buster's.
You are the second person that's funny that as like you got to go to Dave and Buster's. I'm telling
you how to date me. Like,
okay. That's
like hilarious. I would go if I would be like Dave and Buster's, and then I remember Tommy.
They would go crazy. They're obsessed with Minecraft. They love Ultrazone, like the laser tag. Like that would be fun to take a date.
Yeah,
like
cocktails. You have some shit food, like some wings and some chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Get to know the kids, but you're not like, you don't need to be like, it's not like you're like there on top of them.
No, and the guys are cool right now where if I do take them somewhere, they just hang out. Like that. They don't have to be micromanaged like toddlers and running off.
It's funny because...
but also, you have to be funny. I know.
The majority of men are not funny. Majority of men think they're wildly funny.
I know.
What do you think is a higher... What do you think? Majority of men... What do you think is a higher? The percentage of men that think they're athletic or the percentage of men who think they're funny?
Funny.
100%.
And they're not. No, I did this thing like 13 reasons... what is it? Things you don't know about... 13 things you don't know about women. It was for Esquire a long time ago. And one of the things that stuck out for me was if you're not funny, don't bother. And it's like guy with a dog, adorable. Guy making an ass of himself with said dog, irresistible. You know what I mean? Like, or just like, you're not a drummer. You'll never be a drummer. Stop drumming your steering wheel. Like that kind of thing. But it's like, yeah, guys, if you're trying to be funny, it just has to come out of you naturally,
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't think Leanne thought I was funny when I met her.
Really?
I don't know if she still thinks I'm funny. As a matter of fact, she told me she didn't think I was funny at one point. She was like, she watched me do stand-up, and I was like, what'd you think? She was like, I was like, what do you mean? She goes, I think you're smarter than that. And I was
well, you are very smart. And that's a thing though. If you're really funny, you're really fucking smart. If you're talented, okay, if you're talented, if you are making a living as a stand-up, you are smart.
Here's the problem with men is they all want to date younger, and I can't figure that out. I have a friend who's beautiful, 52, beautiful. Mm-hmm. And my buddy's 54, lives in Atlanta. And I was like, yo, can I set you up? Oh, you know both of them. Never mind.
Okay.
I was trying to set Arden up with my buddy.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
And I don't think Arden's 52, but whatever she is.
I think she's like 50 or something like that. Yeah.
I said, can I set you up with a chick? And he goes, how old? That's the first thing he said.
Yeah.
How old? And I said, age appropriate. And he goes, for who? I said, for you, dummy. And he goes, pass. And I said, you haven't even seen her.
Do I know both of them?
No, you don't know the other one.
Okay.
The other one's one of my best friends growing up. Like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
And I said, can I send you a picture?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, but I probably won't look at it. So I sent him a picture and he goes, she's hot. And I went, yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, there's no way she's 52. And I forget how old I said she was, but I'm guessing 52.
Yeah.
And I said, she's here shooting her show with me. She's an actress. Should take her out. And he's like, Righteous Gemstones. And I went, yeah. And he goes, yeah, let's do it. Let's do something. We'll all meet up. I'd love to meet her. And then we worked like crazy hours, and I was gone that next weekend, and then it just didn't happen. But I was like, in my head, I was like, what? And then the next week I texted him, I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm in Ibiza. And I said, what are you doing in Ibiza? He goes, that's where the young girls go. And I was like, what are you talking to them about? Like, and I'm not saying this in like a virtue signaling kind of way.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Like, I want to have a conversation about stuff important to me. And I can't pretend like I don't know what Travis Scott has done. Like, I know he's a name. Do you know the name Travis Scott?
Yes.
I know it's a name.
Yeah.
And I know he's in pro wrestling. He's like big into wrestling. And I see him in it all the time. And I know he makes Nikes.
Yes.
I couldn't name one of his songs.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's married to a Kardashian. I don't know what.
No, he's not. I don't think he's married. I don't think he's married to a Kardashian.
I couldn't name one Drake song. And I know he's important, and I know he's like a great rapper. But like, two of my buddies, Mark and Shane, wanted to go to a Drake party, and I go, I don't really care. And they're like, but that's Mark and Shane are like in their 30s, and they're like, you come on, man, we'll go to a Drake party. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
Like, cause so if I see Drake, I don't have there's no connection with me seeing Drake. I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck. It would just be like it would be like saying, would you like to meet my mailman?
Yeah. Yeah. I completely get it.
And then I can't date a girl where I go, can I introduce you to, I'm trying to think of like Jeff Tweedy or someone I'm interested in, or like, fucking Jimmy Buffett. Like, I got to meet Jimmy Buffett.
That was my very first concert
At
the Ohio State Fair, Jimmy Buffett.
Can you imagine introducing a young girl to Jimmy Buffett? He's passed now, and her going, yeah, I don't know. And my dad liked you. And then it's like, it's like I need.
Or a guy.
Yeah.
I know. And what's weird is that I do get a lot of young guys.
I bet.
And then I'm like, oh, once you unwrap it. No. It doesn't disappoint. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It doesn't disappoint, but it is like.
Young guys are like pina coladas. They're great.
They taste great. They taste great. They're amazing.
But you can't have them every day.
But you can't have them every day. No. And they definitely aren't willing to go when somebody says, I'm done. They're not going to be like, I got this. They're not going to go in and wipe my son's butt. You know what I mean? They're like, peace, I'm out.
I thought that was a sexual thing. Like, I'm done. And he's like, I got this. I was like, wait, what are they not? Wait, I'm confused. I think I'm doing it wrong.
See?
She's supposed to tell you she's done.
No, but I'm saying that's the.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. It's a conundrum. I think that falls under the conundrum.
You need a young guy who had a special needs brother.
That is amazing.
I think I solved it.
But also,
what if I was?
But also, too, I'm not gonna. Look, I've been the breadwinner in all of my marriages. It's not the greatest, to be the woman.
She's not going to make any money.
But so what I'm saying is that if it also requires, I feel like I'm looking for a unicorn.
Okay, what about soft pitch? Two soft pitches.
Okay, 2 soft pitches.
Number one soft pitch is, do you know who's going to love this episode?
Who?
Cheryl Hines. She's going to really enjoy this episode. She's going to be like, they're just digging into her life. Okay.
She'll come do your podcast and she'll be like, oh God.
And I say this
she would say,
all respect.
She'll do this. She'll be like, the problem with Rachael.
Oh, I got a call from Cheryl and Robert one day. All I know is I know where I was going over the grapevine, and he was like, hey, I would love to come on the podcast. I know we have some mutual friends.
Yes.
And I was like, as respectful as I can say this, I'm the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't talk politics. I don't know politics. And this is when he was running for president.
I don't want to talk about politics.
And I was like, I'm the wrong guy. And because whatever you say, I'm going to agree with. And then everyone's going to get upset with me. And I'm going to go, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yes.
I got lost. I was talking to Cheryl about something and he brought that up. And I just went, yeah, immigration, And so I told him a long time ago, I said, I would love to have you on, but I can't because I'm the wrong guy.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of politicians ask to come on. And I'm like, One of my guys, a politician I know, and he was like, I'd love to come out on stage with you. And I was like, no. I was like, buddy, they didn't come for politics. They came for comedy. And the second I bring you on stage,
and they just want to laugh.
And then they're like, I'm like, this is who I'm endorsing. And I go, by the way, I don't even know what the fuck you're endorsing.
And also, I do feel like actors and entertainment people don't really want to know our opinion.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I've got a lot of friends that are very heavily into politics now that are comedians, and that's awesome. That they're allowed to do whatever they want with their platform. And by the way, I will be friends with them no matter what. 'Cause I don't give a shit. I definitely don't watch those episodes, because there's just not me. It's not what I'm into.
Yeah.
But now, having said that, I would love to have you and Cheryl Hines on.
Oh yeah,
Something's Burning. I would love that.
We would do it.
By the way, I'd love to have.
She'd love to do it.
But now here was my real pitch. Okay.
Yes.
What about maybe it's a TV show. Maybe it's I don't know what it is, but about a detective who women come in. And they say, I'm looking for a boyfriend. And he goes, well, explain your situation.
Yes.
And you're like 57, 2 kids, 7 and 9.
Yeah.
2 ex-husbands. I have a very successful acting career. I'm still working a lot. What can you find me? And he goes, okay. And then he has to do you need a guy who's 37 with a special needs older brother who's okay, so that's what we're going to need. So are you cool with taking care of a special needs older brother? And you're like, yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. And then I'm telling you, that would be a great show.
I recently met a guy though. I went out with a guy that said my older brother is on the spectrum and has what your son has, like ADHD. And I really like him. I really like him, but
this is a no-brainer.
But he has a child. He has a child as well.
There was a girl that I knew who, so fucking.
I know,
let's
but
Brady Bunch this bitch.
that's what. I know. But there's a 17, 16-year age difference. Ba-boom.
Younger?
He's like 41. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's a grown-up in boy years.
Yes, but I look like this.
You look great. What are you talking about?
No, I know. I'm saying.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've held up.
Yeah, and 41. This is perfect. He's going to start losing his hair, going gray. By the way, guys going gray is like kind of killing me a little bit. Like it's really like, it's like I saw this guy. I saw the kid. Do you ever see the movie Kids?
No.
You hang on.
How did I not see the what is the movie?
Rosario
Kids?
Dawson. It's about New York street kids and they all get AIDS. You don't remember this? It was like 19.
It sounds like such an uplifting film.
Sully was one of the kids. It's like one of the lead actors.
Yes.
And I saw him the other day.
Let me see it.
And he has gray hair.
Oh, and it flipped you out.
So sad.
I know.
I was like, no one's that's the kid, Sully.
Yeah.
Right?
Right there?
Yeah,
yeah,
click
Sully.
him now. Leo Fitzpatrick.
He's got gray hair. How old is he now?
Look at him now. I was like, fucking come on, man. Let's dye our hair.
Oh, but
Leo.
that's the thing that's awful about being an actor too, is that people remember you at one place and then, but that's a look. That's a look. He's got a look going on. But
Chloe Sevigny was in it.
How old is Leo now? Like, how old is Leo Fitzpatrick?
Fucking 47.
I'm 10 years older than him.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy that Ashton dated Demi? How old was that age difference?
I know. Let's figure that out.
By the way, she still looks good.
She looks amazing. However, I have not had a facelift or any plastic surgery. I've had Botox since I was 40.
What could Botox do for me? You know what I'm thinking about getting?
Botox. Okay.
I want to get. They have a BDL.
Oh.
Brazilian BBL facial thing that it cleans up your face. It like gets rid of the redness and stuff.
Oh, that's it.
BBL facial treatment.
You're talking about IPL.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's an IPL. Yeah. Oh, well, also the broadband light facial treatment, because I have redness too.
I get redness, but I can't tell if it's testosterone, blood pressure, alcohol, or just getting old.
I know. It's crazy. Not the other day, but like a year ago, 2 years ago, I walked in and I was like to my dermatologist and I said, I've got cancer. And she looked at me and she said, oh, Rachel, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's an age wart on my fucking head right here. And then I got another one. And it's just, you just start growing things.
I cut one off with a knife. Cut it off with a knife. I said, I'm not having this. Can I tell you? Hang on.
She freezes it off, and it's like, yeah.
Do you want to look at my Amazon? Where do you see this?
Stop it.
What do you see? What I just bought yesterday?
Do you have you should get the contour, the Omnilux contour.
Oh, the face
for the red lifts. Yeah, for 10 minutes a day. It's great.
I got the one. I got to do that. I never remember.
I know.
I sometimes wonder, like my thing is hair transplants. I look at guys who have hair transplants. Yeah. It's next level. But then I got a text the other day and they said, just so you know, in like 6 months, there's a serum that's just going to grow hair. And then you start wondering, right? We got Ozempic, we got hair, we got Viagra, we got everything that keeps you happy, young,
and yet
skinny.
I'm still sweating.
Yeah. How do we have all that and then no one's fixed anything about menopause?
No, I know. No, but I have, like, we've figured out my cocktail of estrogen and progesterone and all that stuff. So it's better, but I'm not going to lie. Occasionally it's unpleasant to wake up to. And I'm by myself.
What if I just hold on to my fatness, my losing my hair, and I just become what I'm going to be is the unicorn in Hollywood, because everyone will have full head of hair. Everyone's going to be skinny. Everyone's going to be in shape. And they're like, we need someone that looks like everyone else. And they're like, we don't have it in Hollywood anymore.
I know. It is a little bit crazy to think that, I mean, it's you still have to have a ton of money in order to do the work.
Kris Kardashian looks fucking awesome. How much do you think that costs? Kris Kardashian's facelift.
How much do we think? Like $500,000?
And hold on.
3 million?
What do you think? And do not say I said this to Leanne.
Okay.
What do you think Leanne would look like if we got one of those for her?
She'd look like herself, but like 10, 15 years younger.
And that lasts for like 10 years?
At least.
I could definitely have sex with 54-year-old Leanne when I'm 672.
Yes.
What are we doing?
You mean like let's
get Leanne lifted? This is fucking crazy.
You throw me
crazy
in.
that crazy that we're walking to work when they invented bikes.
Yeah.
Leanne has a mantra about aging, and she finds all of it a gift. And she goes, I get to look like this. I've earned
exactly.
this.
Yeah.
She goes, I want to look like my granny. And every time she says that, I go, I loved your granny, but I cannot imagine going down.
She will never look like her granny. Except for jowls are really just the kiss of death. And it's horrifying me.
When she puts on an apron and gets to cooking, she has a hunch over where I'm like,
stop it.
I was like, I feel like I'm just every now and then. She's still got good ankles.
Okay. So I want her, if she was sitting here right now, what would she say about you aging?
Okay. So no, hold on. I'll tell you what happened.
Say?
I'll tell you what happened the other day.
Okay.
So I did a young guy thing where this is so embarrassing.
Okay. I can't wait.
We were in Atlanta. It's hot, and I'm wearing like a lot of different wardrobe, and I don't wear underwear normally. And so I was like, God, my pubes seem like they're like old man, like they're like this long. They're like literally this long. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to trim them up.
Oh,
I haven't done this since we started dating. And so I'm like literally like, well, I guess my beard length's probably the right length, right?
What?
And so I trimmed them the length of my beard, and it was aggressive.
That's aggressive. This was just the other day?
We're still in the weeds of it.
Is it itchy?
It was for a period. She had to help me get dressed.
Yes.
And she was tucking a shirt in, and she went, what the fuck is that? I went, what? She goes, you have a horsehair brush in there?
Stop it.
I said, what's a horsehair brush? She goes, hold on. Let me see what you got going on. And then she went, oh my God, never do that again. That's so disgusting. Oh my God. Oh, I don't even want to see you naked. And I was like, is it bad? And she goes, you can't see it? And I was like, no, because of my belly, I can't see it.
Oh.
She goes, go look in a mirror. And I was like, oh my God.
You weren't looking at yourself in a mirror when you did it?
No, it's just like, I'm going to trim it up. And then there was a big lump of hair like that I had missed.
Stop it.
Oh, it was so bad.
That
It
was
was
like,
so bad.
were you using like
Hair trimmers.
hair trimmers like that you use on your beard?
The actual
Got it.
exact ones I
Got
use
it.
on my
Great.
beard.
Great. That's sanitary. That's great. It's very sanitary. But this is the thing.
Sandra, what noise did you just make? Sandra went, oh!
Okay, but this is what I was going to say. I once went out with a guy that I'll never forget. We started to get intimate, and I remember, we were like in the throes of it, and all of a sudden, I looked down, and he had shaved everything off, like a baby's butt.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to pretend I'm not seeing this. But it was literally like seeing like baby gerbils. You know what I mean? Like pink, like white, pink balls.
Was he in shape?
Kind of, but not enough. Not enough in shape to make this okay. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't.
I know.
Okay.
I have a mirror.
It was. He's so white and fair, and I was like, no. Then this is. I shit you not. I swear on my children's lives. We were with a group of people. We went out to dinner after we had already fooled around a little bit, and one of the guys at the table. I don't know how we got on this topic, but we got on the topic of shaving, and he said, "I hand to God." He said, "If you ever meet a man who's completely shaved himself bald down there, run."
And your guy's just going.
Yeah. And I was just like, what is happening? Now, he's a nice person and very lovely man. Needless to say, it did not work out. We did not go any further.
Have you ever had sex with someone famous?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like who? You can't say. I would definitely tell people if I'd had sex with someone famous.
Oh yeah, no, I can't say. Like,
Really?
Mm-mm. But yeah.
Is it weird when you have sex with someone you're familiar with, their work?
Well, yeah. I think that, but it depends. Like somebody I worked with on a film, somebody I was dating, and then, I think it depends on, I don't know. There's kind of a thing though where like nobody mega famous.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm with this person. That's not true. I was with somebody that was kind of like really famous.
Give me a hint.
No, I can't do that.
Hint.
I'm not fucking doing that. No. No, I can't. Look, do you see me like trying to figure out if I can like give you some kind of hint?
Do you know I'd tell everyone?
I don't.
If I had sex
Have
with
you ever had sex? Oh no, because you've been with Leanne.
Yeah, I had sex with No. I've never had sex with anyone famous. Not even anyone infamous. I've never had sex with.
Yeah.
Leanne's the most famous person I've ever had sex with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to make her famous.
That's a pretty good choice.
Yeah. Do you kind of like, I think what's crazy is I think if I was single, I think doing a movie or a TV show would be, I feel like I can't imagine people don't hook up doing those.
Yeah.
And especially like.
Or you get set crushes and they call them like location ships.
Oh, yeah. Even me and Arden in doing this, one day I realized I had touched Arden way more than I touched my wife.
Oh, recently.
Yeah, because we were walking into a thing and then we were holding hands and then we're defending, like, we're teaming up about something. So we're holding, and then the next thing we're sitting on the couch. And then at one point, I think we were just sitting on the couch and we were sitting like we were in the scene. Yeah. And then I said to Leanne, I was like, I don't think I've touched you at all today. And she was like, really? I said, I've touched Arden way more than you. And so I get cognizant. So I go, I got to touch you more because you don't want to like,
That's
but
sad.
I can totally imagine.
I'm kidding.
I can totally imagine.
You didn't hear me.
What did you say?
I said, that's sad.
I know. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Leanne's going to step up her game.
But that's the thing is like, it's weird. The thing that I miss about being in relationships with someone right now, or like having a significant person, is just I hug my kids I love hugging them so much. They're so weirded out that I'm like, I love to smell them. And they're like, stop. Oh, and my 7-year-old is big into like, you're embarrassing me all the time. He's just like, stop embarrassing me. But I hug them a lot. But what I miss is just that hand on the back. Or, I mean, obviously I miss sex, but I mean, like I miss just having that soft place to land. You know what I mean? Like at night, like when you guys get in bed, do you cuddle at all? No. Oh no, you guys are sleep divorced right now.
Yeah. And we've never been happier.
Okay, but you have to do like 15 minutes of like.
So we do in the mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the mornings she'll come into my bed.
She'll come snuggle.
Yeah, because it's technically her bed.
Yes.
She's sleeping in the guest room.
Yeah.
We're thinking about renovating the entire house for a sleep divorce.
Yeah.
Like building out a whole wing for her and then keeping mine for me.
And I also have friends that have separate bathrooms.
Oh, she would love that.
Yeah.
So I'm like your son. I walk away from a toilet a lot without flushing.
Yeah.
Because my mind's on to the next thing. Like I take a shit and then I go, I wipe and then I go, I'm done. What are we doing next? And I just walk away. Like, that's not my problem anymore.
And I love that Leanne's like, that's him. And I love him.
Oh, yeah.
But you see, like, that's the thing. It's like, nobody's perfect. If somebody makes you laugh, you're willing to put up with a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The thing I'd miss about a relationship is because I feel like I have the thing I'd miss about a relationship if Leanne and I weren't together for what I can't imagine how that would happen, but if something happened and we weren't together, the thing I'd miss would be like Saturday mornings. Like I love going up behind her when she's cooking or when she's cleaning or making coffee. That's my favorite part.
Like going up behind her and just like giving her a kiss.
Or like just seeing if she has a bra on. That's like my favorite thing. But that's what I miss the most. And then I
love that.
I'd miss dates because we started dating again because
I saw that. I saw that on
we started
your
dating
Instagram.
because the girls were both in college.
Yeah. Isn't it so fun?
Well, we went on too many dates in Atlanta. When we were in Atlanta, we went on dates every night, and now we're dated out. Yeah. And so we're like, we need to spend some time like sitting and watching television.
Yeah.
We didn't do any of that. Yeah, I don't.
But that's fun though too. That's like
the touch. Someone scratching my back. I love when I get up and I go, "Can you scratch my back?"
Yeah.
Someone shaving my back.
You must be a guy.
Yeah.
Guys love having their back scratched.
God, maybe I'll be the Columbo for relationships. It would be great if you did. If there's a guy right now, he's like, "Yo, my older brother's autistic. I'm watching him. I'm taking care of him. Watching him sounds horrible. I'm taking care of him.
Yeah.
I could be in a relationship. I fucking loves Lucifer. You know, everyone talks about Lucifer. I've never seen Lucifer. Everyone talks about Lucifer.
It's crazy.
Literally, as I brought your name up to 3 different people today, they're like, "Oh, fucking Lucifer," and I was like, I'm bummed I slept on it.
Oh no, but it was great because it took off on Netflix. It's amazing that Netflix is really given like new life to shows that we were canceled and Fox picked it up and then Fox canceled it and then Netflix picked it up and it went crazy. But it's like the great thing about Netflix, which I think network TV doesn't do in the United States, is it doesn't have a global reach. And that's the thing, is that Netflix has that, you go anywhere and people know you.
Do you want me to tell you my brilliant idea?
Please.
Okay. Is everyone listening? Is everyone listening downstairs?
We're all listening.
Someone make sure someone yell something so I know you're listening downstairs. Now I pitched this to Netflix.
Yeah.
And we're on the fence. Okay.
You did pitch this to Netflix?
I pitched this to Netflix.
By
the way, I pitch wild shit to people.
Okay.
So, Andy, if you're listening, I'm just saying that we're still in a maybe. Okay.
Okay.
So what I want to do with our show, and it'll be tough going into season 2. When we're going to season 2, if and when, what I'd like to do is, so how a scene works is like you have one scene and you do coverage from say 4 different angles. Yeah. You get a wide establishing shot, you get a tight or maybe a 2 shot, and then you get a specialty shot, right? So they set up for the shot of the wide. And you do the scene, you do it maybe twice because it's a wide. You're not going to really use it that much, but you do it twice. And instead of saying, "All right, we got it, moving on," they say, "Bring in the Indians."
Okay.
And 2 Indian actors come in and do the same thing in Indian. Okay. And then they go, and we got India, bring in the Spanish people.
Yeah.
And then they do the same scene in Spanish.
Yeah.
And then bring in the Chinese people.
Okay.
And then we do, and by the way, we're not going to give them a lot of takes. They get like 2 shots at it every scene. And we do it. And then when our show drops, you drop it worldwide, but with Indian actors, Chinese actors, and Spanish actors and English actors.
And so they don't have to keep remaking it.
Yeah,
and you get all that money for all the different.
Yeah. And they're like, but the branding is.
Can you imagine?
Hold on. I already told him I'm doing it.
Okay.
I said, if you pick me up for season 2, just so you know, on my dime, I'm doing it. And I'm going to make you license it. And because I think it's a genius idea.
Massive.
It would be.
Because also people would watch the different actors with the different languages.
How fun would it be if you're first generation, right? And your parents are Chinese. And then you're like, yo, we love this guy, Bert. We love this show. Mom, Dad, come in. I want you to watch this. And then they put in the Chinese one. And they're like, oh, this is good.
But wait, that's going to get expensive with the actors.
No. Oh, they're not going to be great actors.
No, but I'm just saying.
We're going to bring in shit actors, like fucking commercial actors.
Then you got to put them up. And they got to give them insurance.
They're out of China. I think it's going to be pretty cheap.
Oh my God, I love this conversation
India, China,
so much.
and fucking Mexico.
So
I think I can.
You're just going to do like low wage bills.
Wait, is this getting worse for you, Christine?
Oh yeah. It's not a good look. Christine's like, oh my God.
We're going to get guys in like fucking far-flung China.
Oh my Lord.
A family from India.
Okay. And then but what about the Portuguese? You have to get,
Portuguese? I do Portuguese.
And you've also got to get like
Russian.
Zimbabwe. You've got to get like Swahili.
You're talking about season 2, 3, seasons 4.
Yeah.
Season 3, season 4. These are big setups.
You can't discriminate. Season 2, you can't discriminate because these people will be like, what about us?
Yeah.
And I don't know what region or accent I'm doing.
What about us?
I'm just doing what about us.
We speak English? How come we got to do it?
What about us?
What if we
did regionalism?
What if we did it with just Canadian actors who did it with a Canadian accent? They're like, oh, darn it. These girls of mine are so stupid. Golly darn.
A
moose got in the yard.
The only thing I need to do is pee.
Well, let's wrap.
Okay.
This has been a blast.
It's
and then let's get you and Cheryl for Something's Burning. I would love that.
She would love that.
So let's do a Something's Burning.
Okay, let's do a Something's Burning. I'm so
And
down.
then what if I did like a bachelorette,
yeah,
where I bring dudes through.
Yes.
At that Something's Burning, and you and Cheryl can pick.
That'd be amazing.
All right, let's make that happen.
And Arden can then do a podcast about it afterward.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll get Arden in there, too. Hey, thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me. You're awesome. You're awesome. I love you, and you're so funny. Oh. And you are a genius.
Oh, that's a great way to end the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Oh. But I mean it.
That was awesome. Thank you. This episode was brought to you by The Machine.